Okay guys, we're back with another episode of Heartbaked. We finally got past the point where I was stuck in my own personal playthrough. So, I don't know what happens. I'm really excited to know and also really scared because I really like Radley. He's a cool guy. Okay, so let's go see what happens. Ow. I let out a groan and brought my hand to my head. I woke up with a massive headache and it didn't take me long to realize why. I peeled my face off the counter in my kitchen and stood slowly, stretching and popping my back in the process. I looked back down to the counter and saw a smudge in the shape of my face. Ew, wait, why am I in the kitchen? It took me a second to remember that I spent the night trying to perfect the pumpkin pie for Radley. There were at least 5 rejected pies sitting in the counter before me, and I let out another groan. I couldn't do it, even with the recipe in front of me and the need to give to Radley the perfect pie. It felt impossible, like the pastry god wasn't trying to send me a message today. Was trying to send me. No, Kale, stop thinking like that. You can do this. You have to do this. I patted my cheeks and nodded to myself, instantly feeling more energized. Today is the festival, and whether or not the pastry god likes it, everything is going to be hunky-dory. I looked to the pies. I'll take them to the festival and give them out for free. They aren't that bad. I quickly packed them up and ran upstairs to get ready to go. I needed to leave early so I could find Radley and apologize for yesterday. I needed to tell him how I feel about it and that I wasn't just using him anymore and that one day we would make this cake together. I threw on the same green skirt that I wore the first day we were supposed to go on a date along with a light cream shirt to match it. No aprons for me today! I beamed at myself in the mirror and even though I had bloodshot eyes, I didn't look half bad. I ran back down the stairs, grabbed the pies, and made my way outside. The sun was up and the town was busy, children running around in formal clothes and eating sweets, their parents standing in the side and laughing. Most elderly elves were behind stalls trying to sell decorations and baked goods to anyone and everyone. Ah, Kale, there you are! Oh, that's the mayor. The mayor's jolly voice came from my right and I spun to look at him. Good morning, Mr. Mayor! And good morning to you! Are you ready to make your speech? Ha ha ha! I never prepared a speech. Oh, Jesus. As ready as I'll ever be. That's great! He seemed to be in a wonderful mood and it was rubbing off on me. Oh, I made these pies! You can give them out to anybody who wants them if you'd like. I handed him the boxes, and he took them graciously. How kind of you, Kale. I'm sure that everybody knows they came from your bakery. Thank you, sir. I have something to do before the festival gets fully underway. Yes, you're a busy girl. Go on and have fun. He patted my shoulder and walked away. Alright, now time to find Radley. Though that shouldn't be hard, I walked up to his house, and Radley was either home or at the bakery, so he should be there. I walked my way through the crowds of elves, trying to get to Radley's house as fast as I could. Kale, I'm glad to see you I'm glad I got to see you before your speech. Congratulations, you're going to be amazing. Yeah, whatever. An elf about half my age approached me and I gave him a half smile. Yes, thank you, I gotta go. I pushed past him and charged forward. I didn't hear the rest of what he was saying. I was moving too fast for that. A few more elves tried to stop me. I ignored them all and didn't have time for this. Ooh, something's happening. That they're trying to stop me for a reason. I finally reached Riley's house and I knocked on the door. No answer. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Has the pastry god forsaken me? What have I done to deserve this? I knocked again, louder this time. Maybe it's too loud outside and he just didn't hear me. Radley, come on! I banged on the door one more time in frustration and let out a small shriek. Just my luck. Where else could this tart be? He wasn't at the bakery and it wasn't like he's ever went anywhere else. Pastry god, please help me. I whined to the sky. There was no answer. Why would anybody answer me? Okay, Kale, get yourself together. He has to be around here somewhere. I stared at the ground. If only I could smell my way to him like these dogs. Or maybe I should just put on a leash on Radley. He's pretty much a puppy anyways. I walked down his steps and wandered around a bit, trying to think of where Radley could possibly be. It isn't like he has any other friends. Oh great, a few hours alone and you're already talking to yourself like a mad woman. I didn't have much longer before I had to make that speech and I was really wanted to find Radley before I go up on that stage. Otherwise, it would be a disaster. I can't talk to the entire town before I get a chance to talk to Radley. I was already a mess. I couldn't let myself be a mess in front of everybody. I ran around to the few places he could have been. I checked this town square thoroughly, but he was nowhere to be seen. If I stayed here any longer, I would never be able to check anywhere else. I ran to the forest and down to the most common path. No luck. I deftly made my way through the crowd, trying not to be seen. I checked Carver's bakery and I went to the back of Radley's house and knocked. Where would he have disappeared to? I put my hands on my knees and panted. The sun shone down on me and I had to take a minute to catch my breath and wipe the sweat off my face. How could somebody like Radley be so impossible to find? Kale, there you are. It's nearly time for your speech. The mayor is freaking out. Come, we have to go. An elf came up and grabbed my arm, pulling me towards the stage. Hey, wait. Oh, Kale. Oh, thank pastry god. The mayor ran over, looking completely frazzled. I was worried we'd have to go on without you. You have to hurry. There's no time to lose. Before I could protest, I was being shoved onto the stage. I stumbled forward and found myself standing in front of the podium. Everybody was staring at me. My eyes traveled from face to face, and I started getting worried. Could I do this? Why didn't I prepare a speech? Oh, Kale, you have to say something. Being stylish is going to make you look weird. Hello, everybody. I suddenly felt really small. I had no idea what to say. I looked to the mayor for help. He waved his hands to me, telling me to go on. I opened my mouth to speak again, but the only sound that came out of my mouth was a small whimper. I scanned the crowd, looking for anybody that I knew. I couldn't see a single familiar face. Not even Radley. Maybe he actually was upset with me after all. I didn't have anybody else to rely on. I was really all alone. I feel my breath quicken and my eyes started to sting. Oh no! Kale, you can do it, Stick! My head whipped around. Ah, god dang it. Don't be upset, Stick. I love you, alright? You got this. He shot me a thumbs up and his signature grin. I felt a weight lift off my chest, and I smiled. He loved me? Oh no! Ah! No, I don't want to make this decision. Okay. I can either finish the speech or run to him. I'm not gonna yell at him. That's mean. Okay, well he's telling me to go on, so I'm gonna finish the speech, and I'll be okay. It'll be okay. I took a deep breath and cleared my throat. He was right. I could do this. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I just needed a moment to compose myself. Obviously, I meant to be a baker and not a public speaker. I let out an awkward laugh and continued the speech from there. I talked about the pastry god and I thanked everybody for working so hard to make this day happen. They cheered me when it was appropriate and listened carefully. It was relieving. After about 10 minutes of talking, I was finally wrapping up. Thank you again for making today possible, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful day. They all cheered as I walked off the stage and the mayor clapped me on the back. Well said, Kale. I couldn't have done it better myself. Thank you, sir. I grinned excitedly, feeling energized. Now go and enjoy the festival. You've earned it. He waved me off as his attention was brought to something else. Poor guy was always so busy. I turned to go and find Radley, but I didn't have to look hard. He was standing a few feet behind me and trotted over to him to close the distance. Thank you so much, Rads. I almost didn't... Radley placed a hand to my shoulder and pulled me closer, interrupting me by pressing his lips against mine. Oh, shit. Whoa! 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 The kiss was gentle and sweet and didn't last long enough for my liking. He pulled away and his face was flushed. I didn't let him finish whatever he was about to say before I grabbed his sleeve and pulled him back. Whoa! Whoa! Our lips locked again, and this time I wasn't about to let him chicken out. A few elves cheered and I smiled into the kiss, pulling him closer. He wrapped his hand around the back of my neck and passionately returned the kiss. I'm smiling, guys. This is really cute. He broke contact again and I let out a small whine. Then he rested his forehead against mine and our noses touched. Oh, I love doing that. It's so fun. Nose touching, it's cute. I love you, Steak. He had a huge smile on his face and the look in his eyes that was pure love. I smiled and a small giggle escaped my lips. I can't. I'm so, excited. I can't, I didn't love Radley. I could see myself loving him in the future, but for now, I definitely had feelings for him, but I wasn't in love with him. Not yet. It's alright, Steak. You don't have to say it. Whenever you're ready. He bounced up and gave me his dopey, childish grin. A small group of elves came up and one of them patted Radley on the back. GG. He said it with a knowing smirk before walking off with his friend following. Gee, what? I gave Radley a confused and slightly concerned look. He only shrugged in response. Don't worry about it. He laughed awkwardly and looked away for a second before reaching for my hand. Would you care to accompany me around the festival, my sweet Kale? Look at his face! Sure thing! I squeezed his hand and we started walking around, enjoying pastries of all kinds. Oh, they're so cute! Oh! Wait, what could be more? What could be more? Is it gonna skip to our wedding day? I sat in the quiet of my kitchen and hummed a song to myself. It was just before 5 in the morning, so Radley wasn't quite here yet. I had my grandmother's cookbook beside me as I carefully measured the ingredients for the Heartbaked recipe. Today was the day that I would finally make the tastiest cake ever known to Elf. I giggled evilly to myself as the thought of crushing Carver passed through my mind. I put the ingredients into the mixer in the correct order, checking and double-checking each time. This cake had to be perfect. The next step was pouring it into the baking pan, and I opted to use a heart-shaped one. Why not be a little corny? I gently placed the pan in the oven, sat close enough that I could watch the cake as it baked. The excitement was overwhelming, and I had to keep myself from bouncing like Radley. I heard the front door open and then close. Good morning, Steak! Speaking of Radley, Rads, come here! I didn't break my gaze from the oven. The cake hadn't changed, yet, but I was determined to see this through to the end, literally. What are you watching? He walked over looking more than confused. Heartbaked! I couldn't hold the excitement anymore and I jumped up a few times. Heartbaked? The cake, the love cake! Oh, Rads, I need you to tell me you love me. I love you! He rested his head on top of mine and I pouted. Not yet, donut head, you didn't let me finish. You have to tell me as I finish decorating it, okay? Alrighty. He pulled a stool over and sat beside me, then put his head back on mine. We both spent the next 40 minutes watching the cake rise and brown. It was the most beautiful pastry I'd ever seen in my life. As the oven beeped, I jumped up and grabbed my oven mitts, then gingerly took the cake out and placed it on the counter to cool. I lit out a small wine. I didn't want to wait anymore. The great Kale waited for no pastry, except apparently this one. Hey, Steak? Nah, I mean what? He let out a loud laugh. Staring at it isn't going to make it cool down any faster. You might actually heat up if you stand it too close. Did he just call me hot? Wait, what? Here he is, Mr. Smooth McGroove. Well, just a few days ago I was struggling to flirt with him, quietly snickered to himself when I glared at him. You're really cute today. I'm not. He crossed my arms and turned back to the cake. It had to be done by now. I poked the top of it and it was still too warm. We waited another 15 minutes before I couldn't wait any longer. I flipped the cake out of the pan and brushed away any crumbs. I carefully spread the icing around the top and the sides before piping in the smaller details. I added in a few fruits and I went to place the last strawberry I called Radley over. Rads, it's time! He jumped up and skipped over to me. It's time? Yeah, you gotta tell me now. I was past Radley levels of excitement. Steak. He placed a hand under my chin and planted his lips on mine. After a few seconds, he pulled away, and looked straight into my eyes. I love you. I felt a blush grow on my face. That was the last thing I was expecting. I cleared my throat, and as soon as I turned to place the strawberry on the cake, it exploded. Bradley and I were both covered up waist up in icing, fruit, and cake. I let out a choked sob. What did I do wrong? I covered my face with my hands and fell to my knees. Radley burst into laughter. I glared up at him and then grabbed his ankle and pulled as hard as I could. He dropped to the floor beside me with a heavy thud. Ow, Steak! He whined and scratched the back of his head. This is all your fault. If I wanted to say if you didn't love me so much that wouldn't have happened. Aw, Steak, I'm sorry. He crawled over and pulled me into his arms. You're just going to have to come up with a recipe that can contain all my love for you. The pastry god really has forsaken me. My love cannot be measured. That's cute. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. That was a cute ending. Check out their sites. It's a good game. A few typos, but it was good. Oh god. Wow. That was a fun little game. That was cute. It was cute. I have to pee. I've literally played this game all day, but now I have to pee. I haven't peed all day. That's probably not good. It's okay. I can get a UTI. I don't mind. Are you threatening me? Oh wait, is this like... I didn't see that one with Carver. Is that like if you go for Carver? Oh, look at Benjamin yelling at me. I guess maybe I'll have to do both of their playthroughs too, but I don't know. I kind of don't wanna. Radley is good. Radley's a good gourmet visual. Good job, guys. Good game. GG. So I guess that's the end of this game. It was really fun, really cute. I might have to do it again and I guess go for anyone else. Probably the last one I will do is Carver. Benjamin will probably be next. So, be on the lookout for that, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!